Oh, hi there. How's it going? What was that? You want a toolbox tour? All right, let's get it. Got random stuff in here, just some impact gloves, air gun, file, just random stuff. In this drawer we have our long pliers, we have hose clamp pliers, and bent nose pliers, long Allen key extensions, or just long Allen keys, an oil filter, socket, some crow's feet, just random tools I don't really use very much, some vice grips, air chuck and an air gauge, wire brush, really cheap snap ring pliers that I don't ever use, scraper, razor blade scraper, really useful. This drawer I keep all my extensions. If it's an extension, it's in here. I got my 1/2 inch, 3/8, small 3/8, long 3/8, really long 3/8. And then I got some more air gauges in here. Another air chuck that I customized. I bent it a little bit instead of being like straight. I got some cheap wobbles in here that I don't really like to use. Some long extensions, 1/4 inch extensions. Really okay. I picked up the camera to show you guys all my lubrication and stuff I have. So I got brake cleaner, air tool oil, probably more brake cleaner back here, or no, jump start fluid, or jump start, yeah. Torch. These are just filled with bolts. I find everywhere. Anti-seize, blaster, track lube, oil in a can. Right here, I keep my keys, safety glasses, my gloves, and lights. Big lights, little lights. Bright lights. Up here, I keep my mask and my headlamps. Those are really important. Use them every day. That's pretty much it for this top part. Alright guys, so this is my big drawer. I got all my sockets over here. I got my Allen keys over here and my Torx. These are drop-through spline sockets. This is an OEM socket, so they're supposed to be non-slip sockets. They got these grooves in them. They're pretty cool. I never really used them that much. Right here I have the oil filter sockets. I don't use those very much, but I do use this one. Things that comes out of it. Use it actually a lot. And, it's held up pretty good. Brake check tool, check your brakes. Adapters, so this is pretty cool. You have 1/2 inch to 3/4 adapter, and then you have a 3/8 or a 3/8 to 1/2 inch adapter. It goes in there, or you can put any kind of 3/8. Doesn't have to be this. And then you have a 1/4 to 3/8 right here, which is really cool. and or you can do a quarter to, you know, 3/4. So these are really helpful and really useful, and I use them all the time. Another thing that's really useful are slack adjuster tools. It's a must if you're working on any kind of big old diesels, Freightliners, you know, Volvos, any of those kind of things. It's a must. Then we got this tool, this kit. This kit has all your torques in it, and even the special torques, I forget what these are called at the moment, but super handy when you're doing with interior work and you need a small ratchet with a small bit. Just really useful, great to have. I keep my electric ratchet in here because I use it on the daily, and I don't like to pull out any other drawers if I don't want to. Super long 15-16 sockets for U-bolts on box trucks. I got my pocket pry bars in here. Some medium-sized half-inch extensions that I just threw in here. I got these wobbles, adapters, small extensions. This is supposed to be up here. Jump in here. That's a really cool wobble with a spring on it. I like that guy. Alright, now to the sockets. Most of my sockets are Steelman Pro. I don't really know much about them. I got them for free, so. But they withstand this year pretty well. I've used the socket the most. And other than that, you know, they're pretty decent sockets. I haven't had a problem with them. Knock sensor socket. I got some Pittsburgh Pro sockets for impacts, and then some are Steelman as well. Steelman Pro. Most of the sockets Steelman Pro. I got this one snap-on socket that I found with 15/16, and then I got one Cornwell Allen key, 14mm Allen key, and then I got some SK sockets, 1.25 1/16, I think 1/8. Yeah, and the rest are just Steelman Pro. Alright, so this drawer is pretty obvious. I got Steelman Pro wrenches in here, all the way up to 26mm. There's not much in this drawer. Also got Ratcheting Wrenches, Steelman Pro. Nothing bad to say about them. They're great wrenches. I got a pair of some cheap, or not a pair, but a set of some cheap, cheap small wrenches. I don't really use them very much, so I didn't get like a full set, but this goes from 10 to 18. And there's some skips in there. They're really cheap. I think they're like $4 for these. I think Roller King, and I barely use them, so I never really got any more. And that's that drawer. So my next drawer is my standard. I have a Steelman Pro set all the way up to 1 inch, and then from 1 inch to 1 5/16 I have Proto. I got these used for a really good deal, $25 for 4 wrenches. But they're really nice, made in the USA. They work great. I got my adjustable wrenches in here. You always need, and then I got a whole pick set from Mac. A bunch of picks in here. Just a bunch. These are really useful when you're doing anything with the radiator. You get the radiator hoses off. So I wanted as many picks as possible. Also, you can use them as pry bars, but I wouldn't suggest it. But I still do it. I got some standard, I call these U wrenches, because they look like a U. I really don't know the name, or like mean wrenches. But yeah, it's basically this for. Not very much. I don't have a whole lot, but this is what a beginner tech probably would have. Like, I got my 3/8 electric impact from Harbor Freight, the Bauer. Got also the Bauer for cleaning batteries, the bit holder or the bit driver. They worked good for me for the whole year. I even dropped a tire on this guy, you know, the big old mark right in there, and it still works perfectly fine. She gets the job done for me. 3/8 air impact. I got this used, obviously. Super grateful for it because it worked for me before I had this, and it did the job, and it still does the job. Very impressed with it. Cheap Harbor Freight die grinder I used to polish and clean stuff up. 1/2" Mac impact gun. I don't know much. I got this also used. I don't know much about it, but she works. She looks pretty cool, so that's great. Steelman Pro Impact Gun with an extension. Works great. I don't have anything really bad to say about it. Big old breaker bar. Everybody needs a breaker bar, especially if working on big old diesels. And big old 3/4 inch ratchet. You also need one of these if you're working on diesels. That's it. Oil filter wrench drawer. So I got these cheap Doyle pliers that look like the Nipexes and Epexes. I don't know how you say it. So, but I mean, they work good, and for how cheap they were, they just work good. Steelman Pro channel lock type pliers. I don't know what they're called. Got them. They work great. A little tiny Mac channel lock plier. I love this thing. It's just so tiny. Side cutters. Large, medium, and small side cutters. Big oil filter pliers. Normal pliers, I don't know what you can call these. Picks, Mac picks, blue cheap dollar picks, small picks, big pick, little pick. Needle nose pliers, regular needle nose pliers. I think these are called line pliers. They're really dirty. And then big old channel lock. Wire strippers. Adjustable oil filter wrench. Works great. This is also adjustable. Works great. Highly adjust to get any of those if you're starting out tech, because they are useful. Alright, this next drawer is where all my ratchets are. So I got, this is my favorite ratchet, the snap-on bent handle. I use this for literally everything. I love this ratchet so much. Another ratchet I use a lot is this big old snap-on I got from a buddy, and it just works. It works, and it works good. Before I had that one, I got this Pittsburgh, and I use it too a lot, and I love it. She works good. Another snap-on wrench, 3/8. Everybody's got to have a standard 3/8 ratchet. Works great. This is basically a 1/4-inch ratcheting breaker bar. That's all I really use. If it's a 1/4-inch socket on a 1/4-inch size, I just use this basically as a breaker bar, and then I'll take it off either with this tiny guy or another 1/4-inch I have. But usually these two get the job done pretty easy and pretty fast. Everybody needs a small 3/8 subscrbe ratchet to get in those tight spots. This is a gear wrench. I have a whole gear wrench set at home, and I just keep this one here. Steelman Pro socket, really clunky, really freaking big. Yeah, it works so I use it. I got a smaller breaker bar in here. It's a breaker bar, gotta have them. 3/8 breaker bar, don't use it much, just have it if I need to put a pipe on it or something. It's also a gear wrench. Pittsburgh Pro Composite ratchet when I used to do batteries, and I didn't have my electric ratchet. That's what I use, so you won't spark it on anything. It's plastic, so we can't spark on any of the batteries if you accidentally hit it on something. Pittsburgh, or not Pittsburgh, but Steelman Pro Ratchet, super clunky. Don't use it very much. This is a combination ratchet, or that's what I call it, combination ratchet. It's a combination of a 1/4 and a bit driver, and it's adjustable, or not adjustable, but flexible. Pretty neat. My drop-through ratchet for my drop-through sockets. Pittsburgh 1/4. Use this every now and then. Haven't used it too much since I got this bad boy, because this is just so much better. I love this ratchet, but still handy. And if you don't want to pay the $100 for this, it's a good alternative. 1/4-inch. Don't really use it much. Slim profile ratchet. If you're in a tight spot, this is good to use. I have slim or small, short profile, or you want to call them small, short profile sockets to go with it. I just left them at home. So that's my ratchet drawer. Got my hammers and screwdrivers. Not really much to them. They're Steelman or Pittsburgh, and they work well. Haven't had a problem with them. I really like these handles. They feel good in the hand. When you're trying to really wrench on something though, it's a little harder to hold on to, but I still like the feel of it. Some sand discs. And that's pretty much it for this drawer. And this bottom drawer is just a junk drawer, so not crazy impressive or anything. Alright guys, so that was my toolbox review. I hope you guys like it. A little bit background: I've been in the military for 4 years as a diesel mechanic, and still in the National Guard as a diesel mechanic. When I got out of active duty, I got a job as a diesel tech, and been working here as a diesel tech on the civilian side for a year now with this toolbox and the tools that are in it. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys liked it. Comment, share, I don't know, do whatever you want, I guess. But yeah, thanks for watching.